What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Biss. And once again, major shout out to Mikey, who has provided the material. And in this case, Mikey pointed out that Sci-Fi Steven, member of the band, searched through his devices to find an original high-quality version of this demo/rough cut of Rulers in the States. So yes, apparently this was put out on their MySpace page, and it was the original demo recording of the track, and Mikey said it's his favorite version of the track. So yeah, I mean, the phrase rulers, whether elected or otherwise, whether official or ruling in a capacity based on their cultural or social influence, though I'm inclined to see it more as an overt, explicit political label, they rule over their states. Now, in a larger geopolitical sense, a state in modern times has become a nation state, and of course, even that term is often used in a, let's say, more colloquial manner, meaning like a nation state refers to a state for a nation of people, a nation being like a sociological or cultural anthropological term. So yeah, I wonder whether states here is on that highest level. Of course, here in the United States, which originally had that meaning. It's like the idea that Virginia and New York and so on, like they were seen as states. The idea is that they were separate states, but then agreed to engage in a political union. And now states has become a secondary level of political organization. And so states here means like province or prefecture in other countries. So yeah, I wonder, number one, is this about rulers and the states they administer more fairly or more unjustly, more democratically or more authoritarianly? And yes, I'm inclined to see this with a political bent, though exactly what angle on that or what narrative or scene painting will be at play, I am not sure of. Of course, I will try to catch what I can. Let's give it a listen. This is Biss. The track is Rulers in the States. And as I said, it's the rough demo of the track, which was originally released on their MySpace. I think back in, is it 2005? I apologize, Mikey, if I'm getting that wrong. So yeah, that's a lot of fun, especially vocals. Like in some moments, the vocals are, almost like monosyllabic. They're like very, what's the right phrase? Like bit by bit and like not monotone, but they just kind of like hammer out. And then in most of the other moments, they're really expressive and almost like theatrical. They're very heightened and intense. And then there's some screaming or like shouting type moments, though still with a lot of melody and charisma. So yeah, the vocal performance stood out to me more than anything else. Definitely, guitars that are both energetic, but also they do get a bit intense and again, edgy, I guess is the right phrase. I mean, overall, I'd put this in the alternative rock vein, though, again, maybe with some elements that have a bit of a, like, electronic sound to them. I certainly feel like there's an attitude to the track. I mean, I don't actually know, I mean, with the glass hand, like, is that fragility? Is that, like, there's some phrases in here that I think I heard more or less clearly, but I'm not quite sure how to interpret. And even then, it was like, there was the ruling with a glass hand, and then like no longer ruling with a glass hand. So it seemed like there was a shift or, a transition from one mode or era to another. But yeah, I mean, I do think it is on some level political, but it's one that I'm going to have to digest and hear some more times, and ultimately I look forward to Mikey and others commenting. But yeah, I enjoy, as I said, especially the like heightened theatrical and hyper intense vocal delivery at moments along the way, and definitely the backing like ya 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 type of like rhythmic vocal I really much enjoyed. And then like in the back half of the tune it kind of broke down, and that like rhythmic non-lyrical, still verbal of course, but like non-lyrical vocal, like it came to the fore more, and so I enjoyed that like interlude section. So yeah, again, one that I'm gonna have to digest and dissect a bit more with multiple listens, but they definitely have a lot of like energy in their, not only in the sonics of their track, but clearly there's a lot going on like thematically, even if on a first listen I can't quite piece it all together. So yeah, ultimately a very fun tune. Shout out to Mikey once again. Shout out to Sci-Fi Steven for finding this high quality early version of the track, which again Mikey said was his favorite. So in any case, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.